Hey, happy Venus Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Venus Day deck pull. I appreciate anyone who stops by, anybody who watches, anyone who supports. I really appreciate you. Everything you need to know is in the description box of this video for you to see. My email, my social media, my Venmo, my Cash App if you would like to donate or tip, which is very much appreciated and is helpful. My Linktree, the information to book a reading with me, all of that is in the description box of this video for you to see. And for this week's Venus Day deck pull, I will be channeling with the Lemurian Taurus to put in D collective highest good and D is good. And if you hear any extra sounds or whatnot, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I will definitely handle it if it gets too much. Like, and also like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated, and it's also helpful. Let's get into this week's Venus Day deck pull. So for this week's Venus Day deck pull, the topic is the fortune is in your favor. The first card that we have here is King of Pentacles. Second card we have here is the King of Wands. Third card that we have here is Queen of Pentacles. Fourth card we have here is King of Swords. Fifth card we have here is Three of Pentacles. The fifth card we have there is Three of Pentacles. The sixth card you have here is the Magician. The seventh card you have here is Four of Swords. The seventh card, right? Sorry, the eighth card you have here is Ace of Cups. The ninth card you have here is Judgment. And the 10th card you have here is Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of all of that, you have the Four of Wands. Top of the deck, you as you're watching this right now, you have the Sun card. There's a lot about like been there, done that. There's a lot of energy of like you've been there, you've done that. You surpass mastery. Been there, done that. You surpass mastery. You have a lot of experience. And whatever you do, it's like literally like is you don't even have to put effort. It's just how you can. It just happens. You can do whatever. There's something here about your environment, intermingling with others, interactions with others, intermingling with others, socializing your environment. Also, there could be something heavily about your environment, like your home or something like that. There's something about foundation, stability, security, protection. There's something heavily here about like your environment. And then there's something about a start, a new start, or the self. Some, hold on. Some of you could be seeing 111. And something is growing. So something is growing, building up, expanding. Some of you could be expanding like your something with your foundation, your security, your homes. You could be expanding in that area. Something about like if it you guys are like networking or like you guys are growing like yeah, you're networking like who you connect with, something like that is like growing, expanding, it's getting stronger. Either like you're growing more people, you have more people that you are intermingling with like that you network with and all that stuff. Like it's getting bigger, but it's also becoming more secure. Or like there's something about like whoever you intermingle with, you network with, your bond or your interactions are getting more tighter, like more strong and secure. Or they saying that you need that's what you need. Also, there's something here. So there's also something here about like your foundation, either your foundation or your security or something like that. It's going to like it's expanding, it's growing, and it's getting more secure. Or you need to do that. You need to do that. And then I mean, some of you could be moving to a more secure place. That's what the one could be, like a new start when it comes to intermingling with others, like new people you're gonna be around, or it could be like a new home, a new foundation, and whatnot. That could be what the ones are about. Also, like you're starting anew and is like more it's starting anew and is more secure and is more stable. Whether it's like foundation um, in general, like your energetic foundation, or whether it's like an actual home physically, or whether it's like people you're interacting with. There's something also that could be about for some of you about like the self or whatnot, like your individuality, the self, and just like grounding more in that, being super secure in your individuality, yourself as as you are interacting with others, you're networking with others, and it's just like to be more secure, stable in yourself, in environments and around individuals. Things could be expanding, and the as things expand within like your home, the environment, um, the people you mingle with or whatnot, interact with, socialize with, needing to be even more firm within the self as expansion happens there. Okay. There could be something here about money or a home or foundation. A money, home, or foundation. Some of you may be actually like building a home. Like y'all are either moving to a new home, you know what I mean? Y'all bought a house or something, or and it's like y'all building, or it's like y'all building a new home. Some of y'all are actually doing that. Like that's cool. Yeah, like working with people to build this house or whatnot, or to renovate it, or to just put more into it or whatnot. That's really cool. Um, yes, some of you are like definitely like working on something. Y'all working together with people or with somebody else to build something. It could actually, like I said, be you're actually building a house. It could be just like a project that you're working on. This could be like a business or something like that, something with finances, a project that will bring in money or whatnot. Something about being balanced as well as this is happening. Something about you're in control of this. There's expansion, and it's just like of energy of like been there, done that. Like um, maybe like you have experience also like things are, it feels like things are also growing because you you have all this experience. There's a whole bunch of kings here. There's like three kings here, and then there's a magician. There's something about you having experience. You've been through whatever, or like you just you over you surpass the mastery stage. Like this is way past the mastery stage, and something about expanding for sure. And I guess I'm just gonna say it like that. It's like you can do what you want, kind of thing. Like you can do what you want. Like if you wave your finger this way, like things will just happen, type of thing. Some of you, why don't I ever know how to explain this? Some of you, it's like, and then I could only think about Mad Men because that's the only like thing that really comes to mind. It's like those people, it's like Mad Men or whatnot, like Don Draper. I don't think that's a good example though. Like being a boss, bossing up, being a boss. And you know those type of people, like those people who literally like they have their own office. Sometimes it's like in their own home and they have their own office with the cherry wood desk and all that stuff, and they have the pipe sometimes and they're smoking the pipe. Um like that nice wooden pipe or whatnot. Um and they have like, the bookcase and all that stuff like along the wall with like books. And there it's kind of like you're in that element, like it's giving you like a boss energy. Something about also needing to be in a meditative state in order to, it's kind of like think before you do type of thing. It's kind of like making executive decisions. And when you're making executive decisions, needing to be in this meditative state or whatnot, and all that stuff. Yeah, you need to be in a meditative type of energy in order to make decisions, executive decisions. Like not and it's like not cracking under pressure. It's not like you kind of just come up with things just randomly, or you do it out of fear, or you do it out of fear, or you do it man, what is that? It's just like a fear of you not making decisions out of fear. You're not making decisions um willy nilly. It's kind of like a chessboard type of energy, a little bit too, I guess I can say. Like a chessboard type of energy. You don't just like put this there and put this there. You kind of look at the board and you look at where you look at all of like the you look at like all the pieces and see where you can move and all that stuff. I'm gonna connect to all of that. Something about also being super solid in whatever you do, whatever you make, whatever that is or whatnot. Um, when a decision is made, a decision is made. Period. When a decision is made, a decision is made. And it's like you have all of this within yourself. Something about also being super clear as well. Just like I said, something about when a decision is made, being super clear is giving me a little bit of like the judge or whatnot. Um, you kind of get this whole thing is giving me like this whole thing about getting all the information. If there's something that you're doing or whatnot, there's something about getting all of the information and then kind of having deliberation on that information, whether it's with another person or it's with yourself, meditating on it, thinking about like, it's like the chessboard thing. When you do when you play chess or whatnot, you don't just like move the pieces, right? The point of like about like chess and everything is to like think about like future moves, or if I move this here, what will that do for what will happen next, or what will that do for how will that benefit in the future. I keep getting the future as well, like making moves, but then it's like thinking about how that move will trickle down in a way, and whatnot. So it's like being in that meditative or in that focused clarity type of energy. And then when a decision is made, and it's made, period. And it's because you have like thought about this, you have put into this all the information you collected or whatnot. When you did your meditative thinking, or when you kind of like looked at everything, observed everything, take everything into perspective, and then you make the move or whatnot. It's a final decision, and something about that is like clarity, and it does bring what you want. It brings exactly what you want. Being all that I said there is like it brings exactly what you want. Some type of yeah, expansion and happiness and all that stuff. Some of you are so good with like making something out of nothing. Some of you are so good at like making something out of nothing, or they're saying you need to do that. I don't even want to say like it's a mobster type of vibe. I hope when I'm saying these words, you understand what kind of energy I'm talking about. I don't even want to say like the head boss in the mob or whatnot, or like anything like that, right? Like an Italian mob. I mean, um, it's good, and I want to say also like the Don Draper thing from Mad Men, but that's what's popping up because that's what I kind of see, but it's not quite that, but it is that. It's like y'all, some of y'all need to be, or you guys are super good with your moves. And y'all can make something out of nothing, like it's magic. And it's like people know if this is what you are already, right? And they're not advising you be like that. It's like people know that that like whatever happens, you can make that happen or not. Whatever happens, you can make something happen. Like something is gonna get done type of energy. There's also some type of energy here of like the reason why, Like, whatever you do is gonna happen. It's like a whole energy. It's like whatever you do is going to happen no matter what. And the reason why is because of all that I said. Like, you play this energetically, or literally, hey, but energetically you play this game of chess. Like, you know how to move. You take all things into consideration. You have experience in this, been there, done that. You have a certain type of thinking or whatnot. And when a move is made for you, like, it actually happens because of your experience, all that you took in consideration, the way you think, and all that stuff. Something about you also needing to continuously always be like connected to the divine, being connected in general, energetically, spiritually, and that will always get you the sun. There's something about some of you guys who are connected energetically, spiritually. I don't know what you do or whatnot, or what you're into. Um, there's something about you need to, or that you are, and they are encouraging to continue to stay connected in whatever practices you do or whatnot, because it always brings satisfaction, or it always brings like exactly what you want, or exactly, it's kind of like you say you're going to do this and it comes exactly out how you do it, how you say it's going to be happen. There's some type of empress energy as well. That makes sense as well, because like empress energy is like creative and all that stuff. There's like also nurturing the overflow. Also, some of you, there's something about you need to, or you know how to, when you have, like, say if like there are some days when like, or days, or there's like a time where like things are in drought or whatnot, like like things are slower, things are like not up there or whatnot, it's not moving or whatnot, you're not making as much money, or like things are not like happening as fluently or whatnot as it usually does, like there's a drought, right? But then there's something about like when things are overflowing, when things are happening, things are picking up and all that stuff. Something about you need to, or like know, you know how to like take advantage of that abundance, that overflow. Real quick, I'm getting a little bit of the. It's not the Prince of Egypt. What is it? Oh no, it's I think Joseph, King of Dreams, where like he predicted that the I forgot it was. I think it was a Pharaoh or Potiphar. I don't think it's Potiphar. It's not Potiphar. Um, a Pharaoh or whatnot. The king, he was having dreams, and nobody could predict it. All his wise men and all that couldn't predict it, but Joseph was the only one who was able to predict the dream. And like when he was able to predict the dream, he was not only to be able to predict it, he gave the king, the pharaoh, a plan on how to avoid um, the disaster or the drought that was going to happen in the king's pharaoh's dream. So what they did, like, since because the king of the pharaoh was having like symbolism about like that there's going to be a future drought or whatnot, there's going to be a famine. So Joseph suggested that like they build up now and then they save up, so that when the famine, the drought happens, um they would have like the stuff that they saved up or whatnot. And basically it all happened exactly how he said it, and he helped to like save the city, the town, or whatnot. I'm sorry. He helped save the people or whatnot, by building up, growing everything, um, nurturing everything, and then when the drought came, they already had stuff saved up. So like when so that when the famine and the drought happened, people weren't starving or whatnot. They still had like the stuff that they saved up. It's giving me that type of energy about like when something about taking advantage of like the time that is is fruitful, taking advantage of the fruitful time or like the overflow that happens or whatnot, the abundance, and like nurturing it, and like saving it up, and then saving it up or whatnot. Something about you need to, or you are a type of person. It's like it's giving me Queen of Swords, even though it's King of Swords. It's giving me a little bit of Queen of Swords with boundaries. So what you say is what you say. Whatever is said goes. It's giving me like a judge as well. Like when you're in the court, it's very hard to sway shit. Like things have to be the way it is. And then it just gave me a whole thing of like court, and the judge. Like when things are like there's like the whole trial and all this stuff or whatnot. People say their stuff, they give the evidence and all this stuff, they talk or whatnot, they give their last words, and then the jury like goes and they talk, deliberate and whatnot, guilty or not guilty. And then like when the jury comes back with the deliberation or whatnot, well, whatever it is, the judge basically says what it is, and it is what it is, gavel on the table, and that's it. Something about you needing to be in that energy, um, like gathering up information, probably hearing different advice, or whatnot, different advice, different things, watching things from a bird's eye view, playing chess or whatnot. But then, and then um, it all accumulates to a decision based on all of that you gathered, the information, the advice, the seeing things from a bird's eye view or whatnot. All of that um, gathers up and comes together as a decision. And what it's like what you say. Either they say you need to be this way or you are that way. What you say goes, and that's it. Not being able to be swayed, type of thing. And it's like making an executive decision. All of this just give me like being a boss, basically. Some of you might be like a boss of a company or something like that, or in some type of like authority type of like position when it comes to like a company or your business or something like that. And there's just something about, I don't want to say cutthroat, it kind of is cutthroat, but it's just like when you gathered all this, it's not like you just willy-nilly like jumped into something. It's all put together and balled up or whatnot, and then it's like executing it, making this decision. It is what it is, that's it. And then there's definitely something here that has to do with like other like socializing, mingling with other people. Maybe you're talking with other people, partnering up with other people or something like that when it comes to this. Um, I'm feeling also it is about like a foundation or something like that. But yeah, something about your network expanding or whatnot. Something about your network expanding. Like something about your interaction expanding. Maybe something about that what you're building, your company, all of that stuff is expanding or whatnot. It's either getting stronger, you know what I mean? Um, it's either getting stronger, whoever you network with, you interact with, is getting more strong, is ascending, is expanding, is growing. Also, if you're working on a project or business or whatnot, it's like expanding, growing, getting stronger. Also, and or it's like something about like your network of people is expanding. Maybe you'll have like your collaborations or whatnot is growing, expanding. Give me a second. I kind of want to go over everything again. And it's very interesting, like, because I'm getting a little bit, this could actually be either this is like you're building a house or you're building a building or something like that. Something is like building or whatnot. Maybe like some of you could be like just collaborating with others um, to be building some type of house or building or whatnot. This could be a business, like I said. This could be just in general when it comes to, this could be just in general when it comes to anything that you're doing here. Give me a bit, hold on. Very interesting. I feel like the Ace of Cups was in another reading for this week, and it's in the same place. And it's like the only cup, the Ace of Cups. I feel that way. Maybe it's not. But I feel that way. And I feel like there's something about take advantage of the abundance. There's some type of overflow that's coming up. Hold on, give me a second. That's not really what I want to say though. So there's something here about also like knowing what you want and like executing it, like knowing what you want, executing it, and making it happen. You're the type of person, or you need to be the type of person where it's like knowing what you want and executing it, like it's gonna happen. Period. It's gonna happen, and it's like magic or whatnot. But you could have like this reputation or be seen as that type of person as well, where it's like if you say something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and exactly the way that you say it. Like exactly the something about that too, like exactly the way that you say it, it's gonna come out like that. If you say like certain details of something, like it will come out exactly like that. Like, if you say that you're gonna have this type of color car with something with whatever in the interior, it will literally come out like that. Like people will see you like that. Give me a bit again. Hold on. Because I kind of want to go over everything real quick, see if I missed something. And again, like I said, this could be when it comes to interacting with people. That's like, and you have to be that way, right? When like you're a leader or you're a boss, if you have like a company and you're hiring other people, you know what I mean? You're hiring other people to help you with this company, this business, or with whatever is being built or this project. You have to be super like straightforward and precise with what it is, right? To and make it clear with everybody that this is what it is, right? Also, if you're, it's like you're working together as a group, right? You're networking with other people, but it's like, and everybody could like be their own individual self within this group, within this collaboration, this network, right? Everybody could be that um in this group, in this project or whatnot, right? But it's like needing to have your individuality, like even though it's like a collaboration, to still have your vision or whatnot, or still be like your individual self, but in a group or something like that, and being super solid in that for things to come out clearly, to for things to come out exactly the way that it needs to come out or whatnot. And it's giving me a little bit of like, say like a what, the Renaissance tour or whatnot. Because I love Beyonce, I'm just gonna say that. And this is for every other thing too. The whole thing of like everybody has their part. Um, Everybody is an individual, but they come together to bring all that stuff together to have everybody has their part type of thing or whatnot. For things to work out a certain way. Also, there's something really heavy about your environment, a home, foundation, something about location, like location. Three of Wands can be like traveling too and stuff like that, so or moving, but like something about location, like the environment, maybe the vibe of the environment, or like location matters. Maybe what something about like it needs to be secured, stable. It needs to be so yeah, secured and stable. It needs to be right. Yeah, some of y'all are actually building like a home. Are y'all guys like I'm getting that whole thing from is it the most extraordinary homes or something? I keep forgetting the name of it. It's on Netflix, but it's with these two people who like go and they visit different all around the world. They visit different homes that are like very extraordinary. They're out of the ordinary and everything like that. And they go and they explore it. And they meet the people who made it. And they talk with them about like how it comes about. So it's and then it just gives me that like architecture and like building something like that. And it doesn't actually have to be a home. It could be, but it could be like a building or something like that. Something about exactly being remaining like an individual while this is happening. And also just in general, if this is not, you building a home, building a building or something like that, it's like your environment, your your environment, your foundation, like the people you network with and interact with, something about that is expanding or is getting stronger. I feel like it's more expanding too and needing to keep your individuality. As things start and then they build and expand, needing to keep your individuality within that, the self. And like I said, some of you might be seeing 111. Some of you may be like a boss or something like that. Y'all are in control of something. I have something about some type of authority. You mean business, or you need to. You need to mean business. You mean business, because there's all the kings except for the King of Cups, and there's only one cup, which is Ace of Cups, and I feel like that's to take advantage of the overflow or whatnot. Taking advantage of the overflow. Um, King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. That to me means like you mean business. And you could be seen, I'm getting like a whole thing of you could be seen like that. Something about also you being balanced because we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And Pentacles is like, I see it as like a mountain or like a rock or like just solid, right? Oh, I see it as a mountain or a rock and it's like solid when I see Pentacles, Earth, right? The fact that you have king and queen, you have divine masculine and divine feminine. Something about you being so solid within yourself, especially the fact that there's a magician here too. the magician to me also means it's like the alchemist. You have all that you need within yourself. You can make something out of nothing just within yourself. You something about you is super solid, or you need to be. Something about you is super solid, super balanced, and like you're not able to be moved or whatnot. You're immovable. You're not able to be moved. And something about you is super sure. You've been there, done that. Probably had experience. You've seen things from all perspectives, all things, and this is what it is, and that's it. Or you need to be that, okay? In order to pull this off. But this is the fortune is in your favor, so I feel like this is what you are right now. Especially that the sun card is in the you as you're watching this right now position. That's you right now. It's also giving me like a little bit of like a doctor or whatnot. You know what I mean? A doctor. Um, they graduate college and they go to medical school and all this stuff, but still you have to do your clinical hours. You still have to get this experience. And then like when you go through all that stuff and you do everything, then you become a doctor. You have all this experience and now you can like, oh yeah, it's definitely giving me that. Now like as a doctor, especially if you work in a hospital and all that stuff, it's like a team of people. People are individually themselves, right? The nurse is the nurse, the physical therapist is physical therapist, the person at radiology or whatnot is they're in their own thing, right? Their self or whatnot, but they come together and they work together and they communicate in a way that like brings out a certain outcome for the patient, period, or whatnot, which is your patient. It's the same thing with building and architecture as well. Like you need to like talk with multiple people when it comes with that to that. Um, I don't know the names for each one of them, but it's giving me also like let's say Good Bones. Good Bones is like a show on I think it used to be on HGTV. It could be on DIY, but Good Bones like she is the main person for this thing, and but she has multiple people who are specialized in their own thing that comes together and help her to renovate these houses and make these homes or whatnot to bring a certain outcome, is like satisfaction or bring out exactly what like she envisioned. Um, they make a blueprint and they work on it. Each person, like whoever's like good at making doing the wood floors, they do that. Whoever's good at doing the sewer lines and stuff like that, they come and do that, like the plumbing and all that stuff. Um, People who are good at painting, they come and do the painting and all that stuff. They bring it all together, and then they for a outcome, a certain conclusion outcome, and it's exactly the way that the blueprint was made or whatnot. You're a boss, you have experience, all that stuff. Even though things are not really saying communication like that, needing to have communication though, something about collaboration and bringing about a project, making like a project. Something about you also is able to like expand things. Like if someone came to you for a job, right? Like you're a consultation to do some type of job. Maybe like I keep coming back to the architecture thing. Like somebody's like, oh, and I want you to build me this home. Maybe you have a company that builds homes. Um, or it could be something else. Your company, you run a company, you have this company that does a certain thing. The person comes to you, the person who's the head of it, and they tell you what they want or whatnot. And it's because you have a certain reputation or you can get it done. Being able to to make it happen or whatnot. Um, Also, something about you being able to expand, you being able to, yeah, make things happen, make things like expand. Maybe make things, do things, and have it come about better than what people like. The people, it executes what a person wants, and at the same time, it just like even overachieves what they want. But something about you being super sure in your energy, and you need to have this like brain or this mindset of like chess, like. And again, every single time with the King of Swords, and then the fact that it's paired with the Four of Swords, like I, I need to like make up a name for that. It's just like the person who's in, and I like to say in their lair, or you're in your office, like you're a person who is a boss, right? And you have your office, whether it's in your house or you have it like in a building, and you have like a cherry wood table with that like thing, that official thing with your name engraved on it. You have like the bookshelf or whatnot, and you kind of just, it's that energy, being that energy, okay, being that energy. And like I said, like just thinking before you're doing, is like making executive decisions, but also just like think, it's like a chess type of energy. It's like thinking overall, with the information you have, um with the information that you have, if you, like I said, if you have any advice from other people, with seeing things from a bird's eye view or whatnot, seeing like the overall, kind of like zooming in, zooming out, and just like contemplating on things, and then making a decision or whatnot. You need to be in that type of energy, like meditating, um, thinking about stuff. Some of you also, and I'm saying this so like, this is in general, but whatever thing that you're into, it doesn't have to be like connecting with your guides, but that's what's coming up for me. Maybe you have a mentor or something like that that you really trust, or whatever thing, process, like thinking process that you have. They're advising you to do that. Be in this thinking process. Is it congregate? Congregate with your guides or whatnot to make an executive decision. It's giving me the round table too. You know, you have like the head person, but then the head person has all of their, and it was just like what I said with Joseph, King of Dreams. Like the king, the pharaoh, he had a dream, and he has all these people that can interpret things, that are fortune telling, or they can interpret things or whatnot. Um, so it's like you being the boss, being the head of everything, but then having like at the round table, um, different people kind of helping you with this and whatnot, but then you making the decision overall. So you need to definitely like meditate, connect with your guides to make a decision. And I think that's all. Hold on, give me a bit. Hold on. You have this power to within yourself that is very sure and very clear, and it's like whatever is very sure, is very clear. Something about also, do not doubt yourself, avoid doubting yourself. If you do that, you do have the answers within yourself. Something is what it is, and you know that. You do have the answers within yourself. Being sure and clear within yourself, for sure, if there is um how you say it? Constructive criticism, take that in. But at the end of the day, it's you that need to make the decision for what you want, like very clear on what you want. Like Beyonce, right? She's very clear on what her vision is, and she works with people to have that vision come out exactly the way that she wants, right? And then people make fun of the fact that like if like somebody does a mistake or whatnot, she goes, "You're fired." I don't think she does that. Maybe she does, but it's kind of like that, like being super clear with your vision, and at the end of the day, you make that decision. And then, hold on, let me go through this real quick. Something about you need to be or you are super good with, you need to be or you are super good with like your energy. So solid. Take something about taking care of yourself, like knowing what you want. You are very balanced in your feminine and masculine. You know what you want. It's gonna be immovable. You need to be, or you are very immovable. Like you're not able to be like swayed. And it has to do with when collaborating or putting together a project. Something also about you need to be very you need to be very immovable and sure. It's like know thyself, needing to be sure about who you are, what you want, about what your vision is, what you are here to do, or like you are like so good within yourself, even when it comes to collaborating with others. And if this is just yourself, something about being able to make things happen, being able to make things happen because you had that power within yourself. Something like about like maybe you're the type of person to just be super connected with your spirit team, with God, whatever it is. Like when a decision is made, maybe people outside think that it's like a quick thing, but it's like you already like super, you're super experienced. You already kind of like know shit already. You gathered things already, and this is why you're making the things happen. Like also they say to there's also something about also like possibly like your energy and abundance. It's giving me this whole thing about like, and I was saying that before, where you know how to gather up abundant energy. 444, I just saw, but you know how to like gather up energy, like harness it, harvest it, harness it. You know how to take advantage of the overflow. You know how to take advantage of abundance where you need to. Something about ceasing the moment, ceasing the moment when it's there. It's giving me the ebb and flows thing, like when like things are slowed down, you know how to like basically save up, you know how to like put energy, money, whatever it is, where it needs to be. You know how to put energy, you know how to put energy or whatnot where it needs to be, money where it needs to be. You know how to like ration out certain things. But then when it's like when the energy start picking up, you know how to like take advantage of that. And you're super like on point with it. You're sure about it. Seizing the moment. And that bringing you expansion. Something about that is like bringing completion, or it's like doing exactly what you want, like bringing exactly. This thing is so annoying, like it keeps raising the f up, and I want to curse it out. I want to do a lot of things to it that I really need to calm down right now about, because it's just so annoying. But something about definitely completion, execution, and then it's like preciseness, satisfaction, you being happy with what all of this is, you being happy with it because it's precisely what you said it was going to be, or something like that, or just like, yeah. Yeah, you're giving me like you're this type of energy, like you said what you said, like if people are not on board, you're just like, off with your head. It doesn't have to be that like, harsh or whatnot, but it's like you said what you said type of thing. Um, People could look at you, and I don't know why I'm getting that. Um, you could be Capricorn energy. It doesn't have to be or whatnot, but it's kind of like you don't have to be that type of you don't have to be Capricorn, but I'm getting a little bit of that. Just something about people could look at you like you are this person that once you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it. And it always happens, it always comes about or whatnot. Your energy not to be messed with. And you always get what you want. It's not in the egotistical or bad way, as they would say, quote unquote. It's just that you get what you want. You know what you want. You're clear about it, and you make it happen. So you could be a Capricorn energy. You really don't have to be, but I feel that a little bit, especially with the King of Pentacles. But Capricorn, Leo, Leo could be that type of energy as well. Leo, Libra, Aries. No, no, no. Sorry. Capricorn, Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Virgo. Oh, I talked about Beyonce, didn't I? Yeah. And it's giving me something about just being very decisive. So you could be either of those, right? Capricorn, Leo, Libra, Virgo, or Gemini. You could be either of those signs. You could have that in your chart. It could be just something with the energies or whatnot, and everything that's going on. Um, I mean, the Leo. moon is going to be next week for 3 days. So yeah, and then we had the Virgo energy as well. Libra is going to be after that. So it could be any of those, honestly. Um, it could be just the energy of it. So the fact that it's like I did say socializing and everything. There could be like something about like socializing when it comes to Gemini and Leo, you know what I mean? Socializing, all that stuff. There could be something about like reputation or the way you're seen with like Capricorn and Leo. There could be something about also like precision, like how precise you are. Um, when it comes to all of that, like being very decisive, because sometimes Gemini could be like a little bit like, but then there's like Libra could be like that sometimes too if they're like they say not evolved or whatnot. But like just something about like your mindset and being certain and very decisive when it comes to all of those energies together. I feel like Gemini, Libra, and Virgo, decisive, um, being very decisive, being very like um sure with your mindset, having a certain mindset, like a chessboard mindset, whatnot. Also the fact that there's Virgo and Gemini as well, and they're both like what you call it, Mercury is giving me like the analyzing research type of energy. And it was all that stuff I said where you're gathering information before you make a decision so you know something is going to actually like come out the way it is. And it's giving me precision. So that's it. All of that. Let's pull a oracle card and oracle card. All right. Oh, okay. Wow. Interesante. Some of y'all got some heavy Leo energy, or you're just something with big cats. It might be some heavy feminine energy or whatnot. Also, there's something definitely with the new moon next week. Yeah, there's something with the Leo energy because there's a new moon in Leo next week, for one day, next Wednesday. So it could be something with that. It's also on the 13th. So that's very interesting. Something about that. That's funny. Something about feminine energy, creating, something about magic and the moon, maybe moon magic. For the new moon, something about Leo. You could be a Leo, or it could just be like this Leo energy here and all that stuff, being precise and all that, being able to create Empress energy, like I said, and everything like that. So the card that came out, you got Ixchel, medicine of the Rainbow Jaguar, and then you got Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. So let's read both of them. So, Ixchel, medicine of the rainbow jaguar. Ixchel protects you now as you transition from one life phase to the next. With her rainbow light, this guardian goddess instructs you on how to use great power with wisdom to nourish only what is worthy. Using jaguar medicine with perfect timing, she confronts that which is unworthy of her devotion, eradicating destructive forces and creating space for healing, relief, and rebirth. Her presence is the wild power of the jaguar, the renewal promise of the rainbow, and divine feminine creativity. All darkness shall be overcome. You are going through a transition. Cultivate hope and stay true to your intentions. Let nothing divert you from your true path. If you have a new project, vision, or lifestyle that you are seeking to bring into the world, Ixchel is guiding and guarding you from a Oh, sorry. So, let's say it again. If you have a new project, vision, or lifestyle that you are seeking to bring into the world, Ixchel is guiding and guarding you for a healthy birth. She also brings a message that there are times when fierceness is necessary. It is important that you cut off negative sources completely at this time and do not allow yourself to be used or exploited. To This is not the time to indulge someone else's ego or go against your own inner knowing in order to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Trust your instincts and break immediately from what isn't right for you. This will bring you new opportunities and situations that are worthy of your passionate devotion. So yeah. Oh, it's giving me like Empress energy, like I said there, or whatnot. And this may not be or whatnot. I'm just gonna say it. So Empress energy, the Empress could be like a pregnant woman too, right? So when you get pregnant, what happens? Like all the it builds up, like the baby builds up, the baby like grows inside of you, your stomach gets built bigger, it expands, and you just like cultivate so much or whatnot, liquid, all this stuff, all this energy, all of this stuff within you. And then when it's time to birth the baby, right? You basically birth it, like it comes out or whatnot. All this stuff comes out. So it's just like something about all of that, like cultivating, harvesting the energy, and then like just birthing something or whatnot. So yeah, let's go to the tiger one. Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. Your soul is on the diamond path of spiritual growth. You may feel pressured by life at times, but at a higher level, those challenges are helping you realize your true strength of character. You have the personal will, strength, and physical power that you need for success, no matter what has happened in the past. You are developing the spirit, passion, and vitality to fight like a tigress, defending her cubs. Believe in yourself. There is great dignity and strength in your heart. Do not judge anything or anyone, including yourself, and what you believe is and and what you believe is possible based on the past. Reclaim and redirect your energy according to what matters most to you. You are stronger than you may realize. The return of strength after a challenge, second chances for success, and a brilliant intuition or insight that ends a long lasting cycle of repeated struggle are indicated. A prophecy is given for empowered leadership, spiritual attainment, and success after previous failure, which leads to an irreversible and positive outcome. This top of the deck, you usually watching this right now. So yeah, all this is like gonna just bring about everything that you want or whatnot. Yeah. Some of you gotta focus on the moon. It was in my head when I was reading this, but then like they made it very, very clear once I pulled these cards or whatnot. It's about something about moon magic or whatnot. I say that because on the magician card you have the moon, the full moon in the back, and then three of wands you have the full moon in the back, and also like the four of wands you had the full moon there as well. So I was thinking that, and it's like it's funny because when I put on my community tab or whatnot, what I have or here or whatnot, it's something about threes, and the funny thing is, it's only in three cards. So something in threes. There's something here with the threes as well, the way the cards are lined up. So something in threes and all that stuff. Yeah, and moon magic. So that's it for this week's Venus Day deck pull or whatnot. The topic: the fortune is in your favor. Interesting. I don't know what this is. It could be a lot of stuff. If you're like a person of reading, you can visit my Linktree or you can email me to set up a day and time. They both will be in the description box for you to see. And yeah, I'm heading out. Do, 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 do. Oh, I don't want to shuffle that one yet. Wait, let me see real quick. All right, do this here as well. Okay, dokie. So you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Peace out.